Finally, we go to a 10:30 p.m. Friday, over to Sam Dean from the Daily Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi, Sam.
Next year will be Sean Dyche's 10th year in charge of Burnley. Can you see yourself managing one club for 10 years?
Of course I can. If you are happy where you are, and most importantly, if they are happy with the job that you are doing, I think it's a really strong relationship. I think what he's done, again, is remarkable, and the way he's kept the team in the Premier League. But in this job, I think you have to go almost day by day.
Yeah. You at Everton and at Arsenal, you played for managers who'd been there for a very long time with David and Arsene. What kind of advantages do you think that gives a manager to be there for so long and to be able to shape the club in the way they want it to be shaped?
Well, to have a stability in football is really complicated. But when you have a stability, you have good leadership, a very clear ownership to take the club where they want, and you generate some trust between the big decision makers at the club. I think anything is possible, because through difficult moments, if you are clear that, okay, this is the routes that we are taking and we're not going to hesitate because of one or two results, I think at the end, really nice things can come up. So for me, that's the main advantage. Players, the staff, everybody knows that we are where we are, and we believe in what we do, and things that they're not going to be shaky every single time something happens. I think that brings a lot of security and stability to a football club.
When do you think you'll be at that point with Arsenal, or has it already happened?
I don't know, but my aim is not to be there. My aim is to challenge myself every day, and I think I need that as well. So I think about tomorrow and how can I do today to affect tomorrow and be in a better position tomorrow. And then day by day, the good thing in this profession is that weeks and months go so fast, and a year ago, if you would have told me everything that has happened, I would say, Sam, what are you talking about? But the reality is a lot of have happened. So let's go day by day.
And just finally for me, how close now is the team to being what you visualised as a Mikel Arteta team in terms of the build-up, the patterns of play? Everything seems
very far. Very, very far. Yeah. There's still a lot to improve, a lot of quality to add, much more efficient in decision-making, much quicker to open situation ups when the advantages are there, many more situations to finish when the advantages are obtained, more control of games, more defensive actions in the opponent's half, less giveaways in our own half, more clean sheets. It's a lot to do, more goals to score, more creativity. It's a lot to do.
Are you getting there? Do you feel it's on a...
Yes, I am. I think I mentioned that when you look the previous game that you play against the team a few months ago and you look where the team is right now, I think it's always a good way of seeing the progression. And I've seen that.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thanks, you.
Thanks, Sam. And finally to John Cross from the Mirror.
Hello, Mikel. Can I just kick off with one about the Europa League, actually? Arsenal fans are not happy, Mikel, because the Spurs ties have been flipped, haven't they? Now, it's ahead of the North London derby. We all know what that means, the priority for the North London derby. Do you think it's fair? Because it's hard to understand why UEFA have flipped that, bearing in mind no fans are in anyway. Does that give them an edge? Is it unfair? What do you think?
It does. Unfortunately, we're not going to change that. We can raise our voices, and we should do that because we want to have at least two teams that are in equal conditions. But the decision has been made, and that's it. And I don't want to use one bit of an excuse to go towards that game saying, they have an advantage. So, no, probably I will use that to take it in our advantage. That's it.
No, fair enough. Okay. It's a year this weekend, I think, Mikel, since the fans, since everything happened, basically, everything blew up. Obviously, it was we know it was your positive test that sort of almost seemed to be the catalyst that was held up at the time. In that past year, obviously the fans are not in. How we've obviously missed them as well, but has that made life more difficult? Has it made it easier in some aspects? Because you know, at times, clearly, you know, we've had some wonderful highs, but had some lows. How would they have reacted? And, you know, has it made it harder? Or
For me, I only see negatives, obviously, is not having fans around, not having that passion, that energy that provides having people supporting and watching you in home games and away games, and having that link and that relation. For me, it's all negative. The way we do that is to give joy and happiness to people. And the best way to do it is when you are able to provide something and look in somebody's eyes, or just the body language of somebody, and that's creates something inside you that is beautiful. And if they have to show disappointment, okay, you want to see why it is, and it's a fair disappointment. Because from TV, I think everything looks a little bit different, and as well, the players need really them back and just play for them, which is what we do.
It was at Burnley at home, which felt maybe the lowest point, you know, and I guess, you know, you've got them this weekend, but I don't know how they would have reacted if they'd been there in greater numbers. But basically,
yeah, obviously the game, that game was very strange, and I looked it back yesterday, and the amount of chances that we created. But yeah, we went down to 10 man. We conceded from a set piece, and then it's a disaster. But this game is like that. So obviously, when you play 4 times with 10 men in the amount of games that we play, you're gonna put yourself in a really difficult position, and probably they won't accept that. But that's good, because that's the standards. They set the standards of the football club, and the demands that they have is because there is a history related, and there are some expectations, and we are here to fulfill them.
Because your expectations are higher, aren't they, than where you are league table? Clearly.
Absolutely. When you look at the league table, it's not acceptable where we are. We are Arsenal Football Club, and we should not be nowhere near here. And if somebody is happy with that, I think he's in the wrong place.
Sure. Can I just finally ask you about David Luiz? He's never such a good run, Mikel. We know his future's maybe up for discussion in the summer. What does he give you, both as a defender, as a leader, as a character in the dressing room? He seems a really positive presence in the last few weeks.
It is extremely positive. The professional is how he looks after himself, but as well how he looks after his teammates. He's always willing to help. He's always really positive around it. He's got a huge experience of how to win things, but as well how to manage difficult moments, and you need that. And then he gives a lot of composure to the team, both with and without the ball. He's a presence, he's a leader, and is someone that is playing really well at the moment. And what I want is that he keeps doing that till the end of the season, and we'll make that decision together.
Thanks so much. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. That was 10:30.